Good morning, Tarot viewers. Welcome to our Good Morning Tarot. Okay, today we are entering the new moon in Capricorn. And so our tarot reading, we'll try to give it a little title. We'll call it Talking to the Moon. Okay, something like, when you look at it, I invite you to look at this card of the moon for the light seers tarot. And when you look at it, I kind of like the way they depicted the moon card here. It shows here a lady who is immersed under the water, and she is passively floating. Okay, she's passively floating in the water, and somehow she is trying to touch the rays of the moon, or trying to be sensitive to the rays of the moon that is trickling into the water. When you look at it, the main energy of the lady is more of a receptive kind of thing. But at the same time, when you look at the wolf and the dog on the surface of the water, they are howling as if talking to the moon. So in a certain sense, it's a give and take relationship. It's a give and take activity wherein we listen in a very receptive way to the moon, but at the same time also we can also express ourselves, no, to the universe, to the divine. uh, Usually the divine is the one that initiates the communication. It's the divine that draws us into our inner self, but at the same time also we take an active part in it also. But at the same time, it's a sort of like, when you look at the symbol of the yin and the yang, it's the light and the light and the darkness dancing. It's the same also. It's like a dance with the divine when we are in a receptive mode and go into our inner self. Now, because we're entering the new moon in Capricorn, it's a new cycle, so it's a beginning of a new chapter in the cycle of the moon. And so everything is still a mystery. When you look at it, at the new moon, oftentimes it starts with darkness, and then there is a very thin sliver of light at the side of the moon. So when you look at it, you could see a little glimpse of what is to happen in the next few days, but just a very sliver of it. The rest is still a mystery. And so there is that challenge of moving forward on something that is a little bit mysterious. So for as we enter the cycle of the moon, we will try to start by looking at the card of the Moonology manifestation card, which is dedicated for the new moon in Capricorn. So this is what we will do now. When you look at it, we are going to reflect on the card that speaks on uh, the cycle, the new moon in Capricorn, and the main message of this card is step up and lead. Okay, so now if you look at this card of the Moonology manifestation card, under the moon, we are standing before a sort of like, it's like if you imagine yourself in this scene, it's as if we are standing before a very tall mountain with a very steep cliff. Well, if we follow the energy of the Capricorn, it's a place that the goat would like it very much. You know, the energy of the Capricorn would like it very much when they see this kind of scene, wherein there is this very high mountain. Usually the mountain goat likes to climb terrains like this. No, they are very sure-footed, and they climb up this cliff which seems to be insurmountable to other creatures. For a mountain goat, it's easy to do, and they climb it. So the challenge here of the card, it says here, step up and lead. Since you are given by the divine this ability, this energy to face this mountain, it's like this new chapter that is opening. we are given the spirit of the Capricorn, which is sure-footed and a mountain climber. So in a certain sense, whatever challenge you are facing right now, you have the ability of the mountain goat, no, that you can surmount this challenge that you are facing right now in this new chapter of the cycle of the moon. And because you have that ability, the divine has given you everything. You are like the magician at the start of the journey, where everything is provided for you and you can do it. You are being invited also to take a leading role. So you step up and not be ashamed to lead people. For those of you right now who are given a new responsibility at this moment in your life's journey, don't hesitate. Have that courage to step up and lead. If you are promoted, if you were promoted to a new position, it means that your boss or your superiors were able to see something in you that makes them, allowed them to trust you into this position, to place you into this position. They trusted you and placed you in this position because they know that you have the ability to handle the new position that they have given you. So for those of you who have new positions right now, don't be afraid. Step up and lead. Now, let's try to see what is the main energy for today by reading the tarot cards. Now, today we will be using the Light Seer's Tarot Mini. Okay, let's now go. Okay, so let's go now to our tarot reading section. I kind of like this greenish sheen of this tarot deck. At the same time, you will notice we do not have any crystal ball right now. Well, this is the time for my little crystals to sort of bask in the light of the moon. So they are right now having moon bathing. Okay. Usually they say that the best time for you to, if you have crystals right now, this is the best time for you to expose them to the rays of the moon. They say that the best time to charge or recharge your crystals is during the new moon and the full moon. So right now they're taking a short break, my crystals. I placed them by the windowsill. Okay. Try to place them in a place where they will not be exposed to moisture. Well, some crystals are have no problem being exposed to water, but some crystals with metal components in them can become rusty if they are exposed to the dew. Okay, so after a certain period of time. So sometimes just place it by the windowsill and it's already a good thing. They say also in the new moon it's the right time for planting. Okay, because it's the beginning of the cycle of the moon. So they say if you're going to plant something, if you're going to plant right now, no, this is a good time to plant it. But also it depends on in which part of the world you are. Okay, if you are if you are still in winter in a certain part of the world, then maybe it's not yet ideal to plant it, unless maybe if it's indoors. Okay, but for some areas you can already plant, especially if it's just the dry and wet season. But still, it's a little cold in almost many parts of the world right now. Okay, so take it as it where you are. Okay, as it takes, no, as where you are at wherever you are in the world. Okay, now so this is the card that we saw earlier, the new moon in Capricorn, so that it can remind us to step up and lead. Okay, now let's try to see what is our main energy for today. Okay, so for our main energy, we have here the Five of Swords. Okay. He's trying to analyze when you look at the picture, no? When you look at this picture, this person is closing his eyes and he's listening to the crow. And there are other crows flying out there. And you see a person at the back. I don't know if this person is falling or he just jumped. For some of you at this time, if you are having a headache right now, maybe you need to attend to it. Okay. Yeah, for some of you are having headaches right now. I don't know if it is an ascension symptom, but if you feel you need to seek consult, then don't hesitate to seek consult right now. So for some of you, well, today for some of you, you might be having some headaches. For some of you, you might be facing something that might be giving you headaches. Okay, so like a certain challenge or a certain problem today. And it could be a problem that might cause you to have a headache. So it's something that will be challenging for today. So you might be encountering a certain challenge today that will make, yeah, will really take your energy. And for some of you, it might even give you a headache. It might even give you a sensation of insecurity, like falling. Okay, now there are two ways of looking at it. No, some people, they like adventure, just like the goat or the Capricorn. When they see that adventure, they consider it as an opportunity to rise to the challenge. They say you can look at two things. For example, if you encounter a certain stress, okay, a certain challenge, there are two ways that you can look at it. There are two points of view that you can face it. You can consider it as a source of stress, and when you look at it as a source of stress, it can cause headaches. Okay. Or if you look at it as an opportunity for a new adventure, then you will be rising to the challenge, and you will have that positive energy, and it will not give you a headache, but it will set you on fire. Okay, so they say there are two kinds of people who, depending on the way they face a certain challenge or a certain source of stress, okay, they could either look at it as a source of stress, not something that is that will cause them discomfort, or they could look at it as an opportunity to feel excited, an opportunity to come alive. Okay, so I feel right now, whatever this challenge you are experiencing right now, you can have these two emotions. No, you can either look at it as this person who is free flowing. It's like when I look at it, this person is as if someone who just jumped with joy. It makes me feel like the energy of the fool who is walking at the cliff of the mountain and is not afraid of falling. Okay, so looking at it as an opportunity, a sense of adventure. Also, just like those crows in the sky, they are freely soaring in the sky. So somehow this light that I see there is like the air currents that are going up there. So you can look at this challenge that you might be facing today as a beginning or an opportunity to enjoy a new adventure, or you can look at it as something that will give you stress, and when you look at it that way, you will develop headaches. Okay, and you will not feel comfortable about it. You will feel troubled about it, just like this person. But I feel that the answer to this problem is somewhere that can be solved by your inner self. Somewhere that the answer to this problem, the universe knows. So you need to listen to the crow. Okay, you need to listen to the universe. Follow your intuition. Follow your gut feeling. So if there is something that you need to decide on right now, listen to your gut feeling. If your gut feeling is giving you certain warnings, listen to it. If your gut feeling is saying, despite if their mind is saying, no, it's not possible, but your gut feeling says, yes, you can, follow your gut feeling. Okay, so listen to your intuition. Listen to the crow with regards to this problem. You see this person, he's already holding his head, and as if he's developing already a headache. But he's closing his eyes as if he's listening to the crow. And the crow is there beside him. It's as if the universe is there beside you right now. So whatever challenge you are facing, you are going to face today, or you are now facing today, listen to the crow. Allow the universe to guide you. Okay, and you have two possibilities here. I would rather you look at it as an opportunity to have a sense, have a new adventure, this chapter that is beginning. But if you develop headaches already, then attend to it. The headache can be also a sign of a beginning spiritual ascension or a transformation. We we undergo stages like that as we go through our awakening. We develop symptoms sometimes, and the symptoms can sometimes be headache. Okay, so sometimes even the certain sounds you hear in the ears, no, if it's like that, no, yeah, no problem. But don't hesitate if you feel it's something that needs consultation. Don't hesitate to do so. Okay, it's good to err on the safer side. Okay, so now just take it as a friendly advice. No, don't take it as a professional one. So if you develop headache and you feel you need to seek consult, do so. Okay, especially if it's recurring. So this is somehow the main energy that we have right now. Now let us see. Puts two more supporting cards here. So we have here the Four of Pentacles. Okay. So for some of you, the challenge that you are feeling right now is having limited funds. Okay. You see this person, she is sort of guarding what limited resources she has right now. Well, it's also good to be like that. I mean, you spend wisely at this time, okay, because you have limited funds at this present time. So be discerning on your spending. Okay, spend wisely somehow. That's what I feel. Maybe that's the headache that you're feeling right now. Maybe you say, oh, I have certain commitments that I feel right now, and I have limited funds. Okay, we have here the Ten of Cups. I think you will find security and comfort soon. And I think the security of comfort, you will find it from the people you love. Okay, it can be a romantic partner, it can be your children, it can be your friends, it can be also your siblings, your parents also. No, you see these children, they're very secure because they know their parents are quietly watching them. Now, if your parents have already gone ahead of us, they still watch us. They're still there. So you can still talk to them and find comfort with them. I still talk to my father, even when he's already way ahead. He's gone ahead of me. You see here, there is these people, this husband and wife seems to be enjoying sitting on a hammock that is like the rainbow. Okay, so it's like it's like riding the rainbow, and at the end of the rainbow you often see a pot of gold. Okay, so somehow you see here there are several pots here, and I wouldn't be surprised if inside those pots there are gold. Okay, I feel the security that you will find with the support from your people, the people you love, the people who love you also. I think these are the pots of gold. So in this moment where you are having some challenges, I think your source of strength and your inspiration, your pots of gold, are the people whom you love and who love you also. So don't hesitate to ask help from them. Okay. Especially when it comes to your financial insecurity. If you do that, sooner or later, no, if you look at this as a sort of like a sense of adventure, something new, you will regain this spirit of the fool, you see. Instead of having that headache, the invitation for you is to look at it as a new opportunity for a sense of adventure. And you see it, she's not afraid to fall because it's as if there is a net of lights that are going to catch her if ever she falls. So it's like the universe saying, don't be afraid, step up and lead. Okay. And we have here a net to catch you if ever you fall. Okay. So somehow there's a need for you to trust the universe at this present time. Okay. See here again. This person is jumping into the unknown. But jumping also with joy. Jumping because of the prosperity. We have here the Nine of Cups. Okay, almost the fulfillment. Interesting, no? We have here the Ten of Cups and the Nine of Cups, and there is a certain jubilation. So don't worry, this is just a temporary phase. Sooner or later it will lead to success. Just have that sense of adventure to face this new challenge today. We have here the Devil. So for some of you also, especially those who are undergoing spiritual ascension right now and are having headache symptoms, you might have to let go of certain aspects in your life. No? You see here, the devil is causing discomfort to the person here at the bottom, at the right lower part. No? Now the devil looks very attractive. That is a beautiful depiction of the devil. No? Oftentimes we depict the devil as something very scary, something very ugly. But oftentimes when you look at it, those things that sort of snare us in the future, those things that usually are very attractive at the beginning, and then later on you realize you are already caught in the trap. They start as something very, very attractive. Okay, so usually when you fall into a bad habit, the reason when you try to look back at the beginning before the habit began, it is something that you found very attractive. Okay, and because of that we were drawn towards it, and before you knew it, you're already hooked into it, and you couldn't free yourself, and it's causing you already some anxiety. So you try to see if you are still in the earlier stage of a certain something that can turn into something that is negative in the future, like a bad habit. No? If you're still in the earlier stages, you might find it as very attractive and difficult to sort of disregard. Now you can still change it, okay? Because if it's in the beginning, it's still trying to. You see here, this it's like the person is seducing this person. It's but sooner or later there will be strings attached to it, and you will be hooked, and you cannot free yourself anymore. So if you are still in the earlier stages and you see the possibilities that it can turn into something bad in the future, you can still walk away. So walk away. Now if you're already in a situation where you are already have no longer feeling free, no, there is an invitation for you from the universe to finally work on it and free yourself from a certain bad habit. So you see, the bad habit has an aspect of being very attractive. That's why it's hard to get rid of it. No, it's hard to get rid of a bad habit or an addiction. It's because it draws us towards it. It's also attractive in a certain sense. So it takes challenge. But listen to the crow. Allow the crow to guide you to free yourself. And I feel this is also somehow the invitation of the universe for you to attend to this problem that you need to handle. It can be a relationship, it can be a bad habit, it can be a mini addiction, whatever it is. But I feel that you can find strength from people who care, from people who love. The universe wants you to be free, wants you to be happy. And so I feel if you start working on this one, you will succeed with the help of the universe. And I feel it's part of the transformation that you need to undergo. So for some of you who are right now have awakening, uh, you sort of like undergoing spiritual awakening, this will be part of the things that you will be handling, getting rid of some dark aspects in your life that you need to set yourself free from. Okay, and the universe will help you. Don't worry. If there is a need for a tower moment, the universe will give you a tower moment. Now, don't worry. See, we have here the Knight of Cups. No? Somebody is coming your way. Okay, for some of you, somebody will be bringing you flowers. Okay, it can be red roses. Okay, somebody who's dashing. Okay, well, it doesn't have to be a man. It can be also a friend, no, who will give you a flower. The flower can symbolize also a helping hand. Remember, for some of you who are encountering certain challenges, no, somebody will come along to cheer you up. Okay, maybe invite you even to a short picnic or eat outside. You see here, there's a quilt with some food there. No, so this person might ask you to go out with them. Okay, maybe go to the park, go for a walk, go with them. You know, I think they will be like sort of like the rainbow, one of those pots in the rainbow. They will cheer you up in this moment where, for some of you who have certain challenges, and also for those of you who are having spiritual attention. Now, these are gifts from the universe. Okay. Now we have here the Queen of Wands. No? And you see here, she's enjoying creating things. No? So yeah, she's even. I think this is a flute or something. No. So yeah, she's enjoying. So pamper yourself also. Nurture yourself today. If there are a certain hobby you've been wanting to start, work on it also. So don't just not all work. Give time to yourself also. Follow your passions also, your hobbies. Okay. And we have here the Three of Pentacles. Uh, you see here, it's working together as friends. No, you work together. It's a team effort. So always remember, it's a team effort. Do not handle the challenge today alone. Maybe one of the reasons why some people develop headache is because they try to handle all the burden. Okay, don't handle all the burden. You have the leadership role. Yes, you have the leadership role. But step up and lead. The word lead is very important. Not to handle everything, but to lead people together to work together. Okay, you see here, they are happily working together. If you look at it as an opportunity to get closer by working together, then it will be a very nice activity and something that you will enjoy because everybody have their creativity. Each one is sharing their own idea, their ideas together. So everybody is becoming creative. I see here different colors and they look like rainbows also. There's something about rainbows. Maybe if you go out for a walk with this friend who is invited you to go for a walk, look at the sky. You might see rainbows, or maybe you will encounter certain images of the rainbow. There's something about colors right now. Maybe colors can help you also. Maybe even the color of marine, aquamarine. Okay. So there's something about colors that can make you feel, maybe recharge your energy also. So whatever this problem is, I think it will be solved by working on it as a group. Allow the ideas of everyone to, allow everyone to contribute their ideas, their efforts, no? And I think you will make it through and it will lead to success, which is we can find here in the center. So this is our reading for today. Okay, so there will be some challenges, but you can always look at it as an opportunity for an adventure. And ask the help of the people around you, especially those who love you. And if somebody comes along to invite you to go for a walk, go. I think you need it. Okay, so this is a reading for our Good Morning Tarot. Let us now go to the second part, which is self-care tip. So for our self-care tip, it is related to our reading for today. It's something about being stressed out or burnt out. Okay, at the same time, also it also speaks of taking a short break, like this person coming, if a friend coming to ask you out for a short walk or maybe for a short break. So let's read from the card. The card for today is card number 24, and the self-care tip is: if you feel burnout setting in, okay, if you feel burnout setting in, if you feel demoralized and exhausted, it is best, for the sake of everyone, to withdraw and restore yourself. Okay, so take a break. Okay, so Dalai Lama, it's a message from Dalai Lama. So uh, for the sake of everyone, withdraw and restore yourself. Okay, so take a break. If you feel burnt out already, if you feel tired, take a short break. Afterwards, you can come back and you'll be already refreshed, and maybe you have allowed your subconscious mind to work on whatever challenge you're facing right now, and maybe the solution will come. So if somebody asks you out for a while, short break, do so. Okay, it says here also in this card: walk to your favorite coffee shop for an afternoon pick me up. Okay, for an afternoon pick me up, or brew a cup of tea as you take a few minutes to reflect and recharge. Okay, I think listening to the crow is allowing also your subconscious mind to work on the problem. So you work on the problem using your logical mind, and then after you've done the rough, at least you've done the rough parts of it, uh, you've roughly done worked on it roughly, you leave it for a while, and then you take a short break, take a short coffee break or tea break. It allows your subconscious mind to work on it even further, and then you come back again, and then afterwards you work on it, you leave it behind again, and then you come back again. So you are both allowing your logical mind and your subconscious mind to work on the problem. Okay, now let us try to see um, what is the internal self-care for this card. Okay, it says here, for the internal self-care: whether your day is heavily scheduled and managed, or you have lots of open time to explore, your task today is to practice the restorative art of taking a time out. At some point in your day, if you begin to feel drained on any level, stop what you are doing. Physically change your position or location. This could be simple as getting up and stretching, heading outside for a minute, or walking to a favorite coffee shop. Treat yourself to a pick-me-up. Go for a short walk. Drink a midday cup of coffee or tea. Take some deep breaths. Write down your thoughts, or call a friend. Give yourself 10 full minutes devoted to recharging yourself before dipping back into the flow of your day. Okay, now for the external self-care, it says here: as we develop and commit to relationships, both personal and professional, it can feel like we have to be constantly present and available to others. This can create a sense of relationship burnout. Okay, just as a fi- just as a fire needs space and air to burn, so too our relationships. Today, allow yourself to take a little mental, emotional, or physical space from a relationship that is feeling like too much. By the end of the day, try reconnecting and notice how you feel. Okay, so for those of you who are in a relationship where you see each other almost every minute, okay, take some short moments of escaping so that somehow also your partner will miss you a little. Okay, sometimes they say absence makes the heart grow fonder. Well, if you always see each other, you well you need some space every once in a while. So try not to be possessive also. Give your partner some space. Allow them to come and go. I think this is the beauty of an unconditional kind of relationship wherein the people that we love have the freedom to come and go, and we are not very possessive of them, and they feel that sense of freedom, and you also do not feel insecure. It's as if you know that you will always be happy whether you are with somebody or not, and that you are just sharing the joy of your life with them. And if they want to share their life with you, then you're welcome. If they want to go, okay, I'm just here if you need me. Okay, sort of like that. I think it's a certain relationship that is very attractive to people because they know that this person will be there if they need them, but at the same time also they have that freedom to come and go, but at the same time also they're afraid of losing you because they know that you are somebody that is difficult to find. It's rare to find people who is not possessive. Okay, so in a certain sense, you don't have to worry about losing these people because actually you are one of a kind. You are a gem. People know that not everyone is like you. Okay, so that's something like that. That's the beauty of unconditional love. You don't have to hold them. They will always come back because they appreciate you. They recognize your value. So when it comes to relationship right now, yeah, taking short breaks, allowing you and your partner to be apart for a certain period of time can also be a healthy approach. Okay, so this is what we have right now for our self-care tips. I hope it has helped you in your present situation, and also our tarot reading for today. I hope it has helped you. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again next time. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.